that has no dimensional accuracy to it, whatever. He just likes the way it looks. You can model it in pretty much whatever way you want. Click a button, and it's ready to go to render. As you probably seen that in the automotive industry, they would have scanned the data in, and it looks rough because the scan isn't exact. And I'm gonna let them talk about it because
and then we're seeing that guys are like, getting a lot of output through this, and depending on the scale of the model, because some of the settings need to be dialed down or up depending on how large the model is. But basically, it helps you decimate the model, shrink wraps a quad quilt over the whole thing, and then I take that and I've shown designers how to take that outer retop of mesh and shrink it back over the original clay, so you can kind of shrink it back down and kind of guide and give it some correction if you see any kind of misalignment. And then also to use the push tool up against a predetermined size cylinder to help kind of correct some of that. So I'm just using my pen tool. Most designers can use a Wacom tablet, as mentioned, and just push that into that diameter wheel. And by doing that and using the already strong topology tools that are inside of Modo, you've got quite a skill set. But now the designer has been requested, hey, the clay has changed and the engineering package needs to be updated, plus we have new information. So using contour
you draw a sphere, you hit T or go into edit mode, you still can't edit it. Where's make poly mesh 3D? Okay,
You got it.
now I can actually spin around in the world. I can, I remember all the buttons, alt, yep, I can move it. And I have brushes, tons and tons of brushes. But what I can do now is I can start just kind of clicking and dragging and creating. I can hold alt to modify and go out instead of in, or just change that by add and sub. You can create masks and mask off certain areas so that they can either be affected or invert them so only this area can be affected, and now I can't run off into other areas.
Will be an important part of the designer's choosing. Why? Because polysculpting allows the designer not only to, will allow the designers to experiment in 3D. And that's a big, I think that's a big thing. Other modeling software, traditional polygon modeling tools, one has to sort of know where they're going before approaching the tube. In ZBrush, there's this playfulness about it that you can experiment. You can try out different form languages, and even, this is the best part for me, is that you can find.
And now I can, just start moving it, whatever, or I can just start extruding. I switch between softwares, everyone has different buttons, so it takes me a second to react. So what that means is I can switch between controlling a face and say I want to just like pull it out really wide. I can do that. Now say I want to start to scale. So move things around just a little bit. You can kind of see how you can create a lot of complexity really quickly, and it remains very editable and very easy to play with.
You can do parametrically design spheres for those that graph to the outside of it, so that when it has kickoff points. Does it still do gun type where like a single splits just I'll give you
Say I want to designate a point like right there and right here on the other end of the wing, and then scale that to be the width of a set of shoulders or whatever data I have that I'm going off of. Just wanted to put it in an environment. This doesn't take your computer like 40 hours to render a short little animation. It can go really fast. Pretty powerful thing it can do. It's pretty sweet.
Does it just render as you go kind of thing?
Yeah, it's as if he's playing a video game.
So whatever you're looking at is...
As it moves all around the bike, it takes you back to the beginning. You can just like go through it infinitely. But it's pre-rendered and loaded into a website, which is pretty sweet. And then more reflective, black areas will be less. This is sometimes they call it diffuse map, which is essentially color and logos. And then this is specular, which says look more like worn or dark in certain areas, look more bright and alive in other areas. A number of these maps, you can find them, download them, create them in Photoshop from 2D images. And what Keyshot does is it actually essentially models it onto your